Everybody, it's Joe from Mountain Self Build. I'm up here in southern Colorado inside of our trailer because it is cold and wet outside. We had a cold front move through a few days ago, and we got some snow, we got some hail, we got some rain, and it is 45 degrees currently outside. So I thought I would just take some time to update you on where things are. It has been a while since we made an update video. A lot has changed since then. So I thought we would kind of update you on things. Thanks again for following along. Hope you're staying strong and staying safe. The first thing that we had to do after the foundation was complete was we had to waterproof it. So we spent a good part of a day putting this tar-like material all over the foundation that will eventually be below grade, so that any water that happened to get down through the soil would not go through the concrete, but would make its way down to the French drain, which was next to be installed on the project. A French drain is basically a black pipe with some holes in it that gets surrounded by gravel, and then it takes all of the water that would happen to make it down to the bottom of the foundation out safely past the building, so that your basement, or your crawl space in our case, stays dry. After we waterproofed the foundation, it was time to put the utilities in. The water company came out, put our meter in place, and we laid a 1-inch water line about 170 feet from the street all the way to our house. It was exciting to have water. Next up was our electric. This is where our electric was stationed on the property. This required us to trench a large ditch and lay some conduit in there that would then have a wire big enough to support 200 amps pulled through it. And as you can tell from the video, that sucker was heavy. But thanks to a few simple tools, some Dawn liquid soap, and a torch which helped me bend the conduit, everything got together and we passed our inspection. We had electricity. With the utilities in and the foundation waterproofed, we were excited to begin the framing. After our lumber was delivered, we made short work of the mud sill installation. This is the part that helps connect the wood framing of the house to the concrete. Then we moved on into the crawl space / basement and built a pony wall that went all the way from east to west in the house, and then a little pony wall that went north to south. This was going to provide extra strength for what was going to be built above it. Then we started to roll out or lay out the floor joists. We put these on 16 inches on center. After making sure all of the floor joists were in the right place, we put a rim board around the outside and then began to do our blocking. You can see here that we had to put blocking above the pony wall. This again provided extra strength for what was going to be built on top of it. Now, with the framing of the floor done, we had to move on to doing some backfilling into the garage and prepare for concrete. We were just about a week away from receiving the concrete truck and getting our slabs poured, both in the garage, as you see here, and also in the workshop in the basement. This was a lot of work. We had to rent a machine that would go and vibrate, and it was super heavy to compact the dirt down. And we had to use what they call a jumping jack along the edges to make sure that our concrete wouldn't crack. Now that we were all prepped for concrete, we could move on to putting the subfloor on. Christy and I did this. It didn't take all that long to do, but we had to leave half of it off so that they could pour the concrete through the I-joist into the basement. After they finished the basement, they moved on to pouring the garage slab. The whole process took them about a full day. Today, we had the concrete guys out. You can see the garage has been poured.
Looks nice and shiny and smooth. I'm sure it won't stay like that for long, which allowed us to then put the rest of the subfloor on and get that all prepped. Tomorrow, as you can tell in the background there, we have enough wood that my buddy Tobin's coming up from Phoenix, and him and I are going to try to frame the entire first floor and hopefully get to the second floor, subfloor done as well. They also not only poured the garage, but they poured the slab. It's kind of dark down in there now, but they poured the slab for the crawl space slash shop basement, whatever we're going to call it. So just wanted to give you a quick update. Thanks for following along. Have a great Friday night, and